Hello Scorpio and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your mid-month reading for the second half of December and the last 2 weeks of 2022. Let's see what is coming in. Persistence. Yes, it may be that you don't want to persist with something. It's like that intense wind down the last 2 weeks of the year. Perhaps it's like, just want to relax, or there's something, I'm not sure what's going on with you, but it's this sense of that your third eye is giving you a message here to persist. So stick with something that you might be thinking about, you don't want to do it, or you want to give up in some way, shape or form. So let's pull some cards around what sort of themes or situations are coming in for the end of the year, Scorpio. And I'm excited to let you know that I have just finished your 2023 overview for Scorpio for the year, seeing what's coming in for you. This is a comprehensive view, like we're looking at. It is a sense of going deeper into the astrology, looking at what major transits are happening for you next year, astrologically wise, and then I'll pull some tarot as well. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the description box below. Now, we also have Knight of Crystals, endurance and determination. You've got determination, endurance, and persistence. So it's almost like a push to the finish to get to the end of the year, a push to get things done. And Six of Feathers, transition and insight. So there will be a sense that you'll be able to move on from this energy, but there's something that needs to get done at this point in time. So the transition energy, this is the Six of Swords. I think that you're going to gain a lot of insight after. I feel like there's something that's challenging you to complete and stick with it in some way, shape or form. And once you're able to move on from that, you're gaining these invaluable insights where you can almost move on from drama. This has been quite the journey here with the camel. And so it's almost like you've got to do this to get to the other side and to be free of it. So there may be some kind of like commitment or something that needs to happen or needs to be done. But I like the Six of Feathers at the end. This is the card of moving on, travel even for some of you, moving. So let's see what's shifting and changing for you, Scorpio. We've got quite a few here, and I actually do want to read all of them. I'm going to put them in this order. So, Sword 7, Venus, Aquarius, and Sword 3, Uranus, Libra. Interesting. If there's somebody that's kind of irritating you or annoying you, or there's a situation that's hurting you or wounding you in some way, shape, or form, it's kind of like the message I'm getting is keep going, keep going, keep going. And this is not to stay with the really bad energy, but to push, not let this energy hold you back if there's something that needs to happen here or you need to kind of get to the other side of. So it really is with this Sword 7, Venus, Aquarius. It's restructuring and reworking, reevaluating boundaries, especially around love and relationships, or how valued you're feeling and how you're expressing that in your world here. So with the Sword 3 reversed is a wound, and that's reversed as it's very internalized. It's this sense of internalized wound that's going on inside of you here that perhaps is being triggered in some way, shape or form. But then you've got this sense of you're strong, you're the survivor, you're the camel here, the endurance and determination and the persistence. Trust your intuition and you can move on from this energy. So however that may play out in your life. And then we've got Pentacle 2, Saturn, Capricorn, and Sword 5, Uranus, Aquarius. So it's interesting. A lot of Aquarius is coming in and Uranus energy, which is kind of wanting you to shift the way that you're perceiving or seeing something here. You've got Aquarius in a lot of the cards here. But the Sword 5 does represent a conflict of some sort. So I feel like this is a shift in the perception of a conflict that's coming through. And there's the Capricorn energy. I mean, we do move from Sagittarius season into Capricorn season. There's a beautiful new moon occurring in Capricorn and the solstice as well, summer or winter, depending on where you are in the world, which is, I feel like when I tune into that energy, it just feels like a clear space of peace, a peace point, which is actually really nice. So there's this moment of peace that comes through. And then there's this sense with the Pentacle 2, Saturn, Capricorn, this is rebuilding, reworking. So reworking something that's been a conflict inside your life at this moment in time. So this has also been able to move on, which is really fantastic. So let's see what else is coming through for you, Scorpio. Let's see what else is coming in for Scorpio for the final push to the finish line of the year. I feel like it's almost like I got there, sigh of relief. Now I can just relax and lie down and have a good old lie down. We've got the Page of Wands. Okay, so this is a new spark actually coming up here with the Page of Wands. Messages around creativity or your work coming through. There's new growth where perhaps it hasn't been there before. Crossed by the Moon card, but there's like a situation that hasn't been clear. So, yeah, it's kind of an interesting mixed energy. The Queen of Cups in your conscious mind, really important to kind of nurture yourself through this. But there are new solutions coming, which is great. The Knight of Cups, we'll just pull the rest of the cards out. The Hierophant, yeah. Big commitments, we're looking at that at this moment in time. You're presenting as the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you've been working hard, quite literally. You're carrying a heavy load here. But yeah, the Six of Swords, again, you've got two cards of moving on, which is actually really fantastic. And yeah, here comes the Capricorn energy of the Devil. It's like, yeah, working really hard. But yeah, we have this sense of love and connection and commitment coming back. Right. Okay. And yeah, the Chariot. Okay. All right. So I do feel like there's a lot of relationship dramas that could be going on here with this, in the sense that it's like a lot of stuff's come up and out. The Page of Wands is like new, fresh energy, getting excited about something, wanting to connect to new paths, new passions that are opening up here. I do feel like a lot of this, now that the Two of Cups has come out as the end, feels a lot to do with relationships or some kind of relationship in your life. Crossed by the Moon card, this can be subconscious patternings or old cycles that just are returning. It's like, not this again. I want to step into something new. And I feel like, you know, there's this pattern that just keeps stopping that from happening with the Moon card. This can be, like I said, there's a situation that's here that hasn't been cleared up or isn't clear. And this can be something, if this is somebody that you're living with, it can be around the home, but it doesn't have to necessarily be so. It's just we've got the Moon card, which the Moon represents home, and we've got the Queen of Cups, which also represents Cancer and the home. But basically the Queen of Cups is in your conscious mind. I feel like this is you, you know, it's coming back to yourself, nurturing yourself, doing what is needed for your heart, looking after your beautiful heart here, Scorpio, because the Queen of Cups, you know, loves, it's a sense of self-love and, yeah, really just what is it that you need to kind of bring this love to yourself and nurture yourself and do something special for yourself as well. Now, this can actually be in your conscious mind. You're thinking about somebody that you love. This is the card of peace and compassion. So it's kind of interesting we had that sense there of peace coming in around the new moon just before Christmas, this sense of finding the peace inside of you, which is really nice with this Queen of Cups energy. And it can be, you know, just bringing back emotionally what you need to kind of rejuvenate yourself. So, yeah, this is definitely, you could be thinking about somebody that you love. But at the base, we've got the Page of Swords. So all these pages can represent messages coming to you, but new energy. So the Page of Swords represents new ideas, new solutions. This is what's happening deep down inside of you. And it's like, you know, I'm listening, universe, I'm listening. I am listening because I am understanding, and perhaps you're listening to somebody else, you know, maybe there's a information coming to you in some way, shape or form. But it's like, yes, I'm open to listen, open and curious mind, because I can see that this pattern is occurring and there's got to be new ideas and new solutions that are coming through around it. In the recent past, we've got the Knight of Cups. Now, it's kind of interesting because I feel like it's almost like love was going in a different direction. In a way, it's almost like exit stage left. I think I'm heading down this path. So it almost might feel like you and somebody else were going in different directions, or you were searching for something differently. That kind of led you down a new path that was kind of felt like it was moving a little bit away from a person in your life. So searching for something, searching for love and romance, or searching for something more, like following your heart. But your heart feels like, it does feel like it's just two people going in different directions here, or searching in different places. Not quite, there's a disconnect that's coming in here with these two people. It doesn't mean there's not love here between them, but it just feels like it's like one person's looking that way and one person's looking that way for some kind of love or affection, and it's not quite meeting in the middle for some point in some way, shape or form. For whatever reason, it just feels like emotionally not on the same page or disconnect in some way. In the near future, we have the Hierophant. So this is the card that represents, marriage, commitments, responsibilities. So very much, I feel like this is something that comes up. If it feels like this Knight of Cups could be somebody that wasn't necessarily wanting to take responsibility for their feelings or their actions in some way, shape or form, it's almost like this needs to be addressed. Absolutely. With the Hierophant energy, we're looking at our commitment or a big commitment here. Now, this relationship doesn't have to be like a love relationship. This can be any kind of relationship, or just looking at relationships in general or commitments in general to other people. But there definitely is this sense of other people here. So the Hierophant energy is very much looking at, okay, let's look at what we want to commit to, or what I want to commit to within this friendship, relationship. It can be even family. So let's look at that. You're presenting as the Ten of Wands. So I feel like, if you are working, you're working really hard at something, this is feeling quite overburdened with responsibilities, and even feeling responsible for somebody else's feelings or what's going on in their life. It could just be you've taken on a lot, and it does feel like, well, it's not actually a bad thing though, because of I just feel like you're getting over the hump in a way, like you get the rewards for hard work, for persistence and endurance and sticking with something here and not giving up. It's almost like this Knight of Cups energy is like somebody's like escaping, or I'm out of here, I want to give up. And it's almost like this Hierophant energy brings all the energies back together on the table and go, we need to talk. We need to sit together and work out who's responsible for what and what we're committing to, because somebody's been carrying a heavy load here, and it feels like you Scorpio, with the Ten of Wands. But I also get this sense of, reward for hard work. So even though it's like I want to just give up. But interestingly, sometimes this does mean moving, like packing, carrying heavy stuff, moving. So that might be something that just on a physical level you might be doing, because the Six of Swords also can represent moving. But this is a transition energy. This is the Six of Feathers. Okay, so transition, insight. You're moving on from the drama here, and you're bringing your loved one with you, or the people that you love, or the people that you want to be there. Okay, it's not somebody that you don't want. So you're bringing the loved ones with you, or the energies of, whoever, this could be pets as well. But finding peace, again, this is the card of moving on from drama and finding peace. So again, it's that sense of coming to the center and finding peace within a situation. That seems to be really important energy that's coming through with this Six of Swords. So that can quite literally mean the card of travel or moving as well. So we have as hopes and fears the Devil. Now this is feeling very stuck, bound to a situation or a person. This can be a toxic energy as well. This also, like on a positive level, can be ambitious, getting ambitious. So again, like it's this interesting energy. Like if this is related to like work or career, it's like you're working really hard to get to a point that you want to get to, and perhaps you're taking on more commitments here. Perhaps it's the opposite of, or releasing. You're really looking at what you want to take on here, because perhaps you're ambitious and saying, I want to get to that next level here. I'm wanting to, work really hard to get there. And I feel like that's kind of what you're doing, no matter what situation, whether this is a relationship or a work or career thing that's coming in here for you. It's, working hard to get to where you want to get to. So we have as the outcome the Two of Cups, which is why I think most of this reading is about the relationships. I mean, this is the card of connection and relationship and love, but it is next to the Five of Pentacles, which is there's something not resonating, something that there could have been, just feelings of rejection, or someone's walked away, or someone's wanting to walk away, or not feeling welcome anymore, or just this sense, because I feel like this is the Magician energy is where someone's aware of their actions and how that affects somebody else. So it potentially makes somebody feel like crap, or you making me feel like I'm worried that you're not here, you're not present, or are you going to leave, or am I so worried about that? So the Magician energy is actually interesting. It's just consciously shining a light on the pattern that's going on here so that you can move on from it, which is really fantastic. And also working out how, like consciously willing the outcome that you want into creation, working out how you're going to do this. So yeah, I feel like it, very much there's a real solution that comes in here when it comes to a dynamic that it's complicated, this dynamic, absolutely. We have as an overall energy the Chariot. So this is where conflict's ending in victory, which is why it's like, but it's requiring effort. It really is. And it's also requiring this sense of putting on your armor and being really strong. You're like the Camel, you're a survivor, you're the Queen of Cups, she's the Cancer energy. It's like an emotional surge, willpower will get you to the finish line and bring things into a focus and get the outcome that you want. But it's almost like you've got to fight for it and protect yourself in the process of doing this. So, you're fighting to get what it is that you want here. So let's pull an affirmation card for you, Scorpio, and see what is coming through. We've got, I now create a wonderful new job. Okay, I'm totally open and receptive to a wonderful new position, using my creative talents and abilities, working for and with people I love in a wonderful location and earning good money. So I really feel like, a lot of it did seem to be around relationship. This could be a work relationship as well. It can be a personal relationship. It can be any kind of relationship that comes in. It's interesting the career energy came through with the affirmation card, because I think ultimately this is turning a situation into an opportunity. Now, this can be a new job, absolutely, or it could be if you're starting a new job or bringing new energy into an existing job where you're turning something around. So it actually feels like, or making the most of an opportunity, like I'm willing to work at this to make this a positive experience or a positive opportunity, positive new energy that's coming through here. So it feels a little bit like you're pushing against the tide, but you can do it. You're kind of walking through. I don't know if you've ever been in the ocean where the water's coming out and you're going in the other direction. You can do it. Absolutely. It feels a little bit like that. But it's like, I'm determined to get to where I want to get to. So sheer determination pays off for you here, Scorpio. Absolutely. And you're able to find the peace and move on. So persistence, trust your third eye, trust those messages that you're getting here, not to give up. Absolutely. Let's look at it. Okay, we've got beautiful. Wow. Okay. Gosh, Scorpio. Wow. Okay, so we've got the love, the bow and arrow piercing the heart with love, and we've got the higher octave, the treble clef, which represents the higher octave of music, the higher octave of frequency. So higher love, quite literally the higher octave of love coming in. And the higher octave of love is quite literally peace, compassion, unconditional love. So it's looking at all these things, connecting to that. Does that exist within this situation? How do you feel? Because perhaps when you connect up to those energies, this is where you can find the peace. Doesn't mean that when you come down to the kind of more human realm energies, that there's not all the rest of the stuff you've got to deal with, but perhaps finding the peace and coming up to here can help you find clarity, can help you find answers, can help you find the direction. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. And for some of you, it may be that you're understanding that this is the search or the connection for this higher love, this pure love that's coming in here. Is this it? Or is this relationship reflective of that, or isn't it? You will know how, when you're transitioning and moving on to which way are you going to go with this. But either way, it's finding peace within relationships, connections with people. And now they're just kind of showing me in general, it's a very social time, this time of year, holiday season, and that can be work both positively and negatively with people. Sometimes it can be challenging time as well. And either way, no matter what's happening, it's just this kind of peace on earth kind of energy that's coming through here. And I'm not being religious at all, although religion is obviously something that's going to come into play with Christmas coming in, if you believe in Christmas or not, or celebrate Christmas or not. But it's interesting around that time, there's always like this, there can be a sense of a very high frequency of peace that they're wanting you to tune into here. So if there is emotional turmoil around or big questions around a relationship, they're kind of saying this is like a little safe spiritual retreat and place for you here, Scorpio, that you can connect up to. And again, the magician is the answers, the solutions are coming, they're here. So absolutely, this is what this can feel like, a magical spiritual solution to a relationship or connections in your life. And again, we've got the created a wonderful new job. So perhaps that's something that you can manifest as well, because the magician is the manifester, and the Five of Pentacles can be walking away from old forms of income, walking away from a job, so this is manifesting wonderful new job or wonderful new energy within a relationship, which is fantastic. So persist with it, dream, allow yourself to dream, stick with it. Don't give up on what it is that is guiding you from a higher level, and you can manifest something amazing here with this. Despite the challenges, you can overcome those challenges. So that's it, Scorpio. That's your reading for the end of the year. And I think it's a really fantastic way to end the year. It's really beautiful. And so that's it. If you want to, like I said, if you want to explore what's coming in for you in 2023, I have just finished your reading, which is really interesting. And it's interesting that this concept of peace also came through with that as well. But if you're interested in that, like I said, it's a comprehensive view. Go deep into the astrology, deep into the tarot, and we'll look at major transits and all the things that are coming in. Beautiful big year ahead for you guys, Scorpio. So the link for that reading is in the description box below. If you're interested in any of my other services, personalized services, the link is in the description box below. But please take care, Scorpio. Happy holiday season. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments. That helps YouTube as well. Lets YouTube know that you support the channel and the content made on this channel. And take care.